Alright guys, so I have three really cool moves for you today. I got a really cool sort of force. I have a really natural looking double lift you can do in a spread. And the third one is kind of a knacky, angly move that's kind of impractical for a real life performance, but it looks really cool for things like Instagram and TikTok. So I hope you like it. Okay, so this force is based on David Regal's isolated force from Close Up and Personal. His force uses a different sleight, so this is different altogether. I wouldn't say it's better, it's just different, alright? So what you do is you have your force card on the bottom of the deck and you're ready to go. So what you do, the mechanics of it, is you spread through the deck and you have them touch any card, say this one right here. So you break the spread at that point and you sort of brush this card like this. Now what you're going to do is take your fingers and grab the bottom squared portion of the deck like this, so it's just held there like that. Now what you're going to do is flip this packet over and make it seem like you put their card face down right there and then flip these over, but really what happens is of course you switch it for that force card like this. So again, they touch a card and then you sort of turn that over as you brush that card, right? Now what you're going to do is allow your fingers to steal that bottom card like this. This is slow motion. You just steal that bottom card as it's being turned over. So you're here, they touch a card, you turn this over, stealing that bottom card like that, put that switched in card there, the force card, and then turn these over, and then the switch / force is made. But at speed it looks really good, and you have to kind of do it fast to sort of hide it. So they touch a card, it can be any card, it doesn't matter. They sort of brush that, turn it over and brush that as you do the switch, turn those over and you have your force. Now a good way to utilize this is by having them shuffle the deck, and then you take it back saying you're gonna make a prediction, and so you turn the deck faces toward yourself and you just peek the bottom card. In this case it's the ace of spades just like before. So you go through the deck and look for the mate of that card, so it'll be the ace of clubs, which you put aside on the table or in your pocket or something like that without them seeing it. So you turn the deck face down and you just do the force, so they touch any card. And it can be really fair with this, don't make it seem like you're trying to make them pick any card or a certain card. And so you can touch the back of any single card and do it slow, you know, and make it as fair as possible. So they touch this one right here, do the force, switch that card in, and then look. Don't reveal it quite yet, just keep it outjog like this so you have a reason why you're turning it face down in the first place, right? So you go to your pocket, see, look, the card I put aside is the ace of clubs. There's only one card that matches the ace of clubs, the other black ace, the ace of spades, right? So we can take a look through these cards, see if we see the ace of spades anywhere. No ace of spades. You can get to your face down card, keep spreading. No ace of spades yet. There's only one face down card, could it be the ace of spades? Alright, so the spread double, what a move, right? Very natural sort of spread double lift. And what you're going to do is go through the cards and have them touch the back of any card, or you can just stop anywhere yourself if you're doing it for a camera. And then what you do is you act like you turn a card over like this, but really it's a double lift. And the way that works is this, so you spread the deck, have them touch the back of any card, say it's this one right here. Now what you're going to do is as you turn it over, you're going to align the card above it with the selection like this, sort of butted up against under your thumb until it's aligned. But you don't want to do that where they can see it, because that would be bad. So when it's just out of view like this, that's when you do the alignment move. So when you turn it over, it's not perfectly aligned, and it doesn't have to be, because the motion covers it, right? So you turn it over like this, pin that double against your thumb like that. So that's a double now. Now what you're going to do is keep a break below it, so you can take your fingers and turn that double over like this, so you can push it off the indifferent card, push it in the bottom portion, and put these on top, and that's a control. And this spread double lift is, of course, based on Larry Jennings' Larryverse, which is a very nice move, and I'll teach that right now. So you go to the deck, you flip over a card, say this is in a different card, right? So in the act of turning it over like this, you're going to reverse a different card. So you just do that move like I explained. As you come up, you do the alignment move like this, and then it looks like you're just turning that card over, but really you have a different reverse card now. So here's a cool trick you can do that involves the Larryverse, and it's one of those tricks that when somebody asks you to show them a trick, this is the perfect one to do. So it's one I do a lot, and I quite like it. So what you do is you have a card selected and controlled to the bottom of the deck. So let's say it's the 8 of spades, controlled to the bottom of the deck. Now you pretend to shuffle the deck, but you maintain control of that card at all times. So it's on the bottom. You overhand shuffle about halfway to midpoint, right? And you in-jog one card and throw the balance on top of that in-jog card. So what you have is the in-jog with the selection directly above it. So you're just chilling, you're not holding any breaks, you just have an in-jog. So what you do is, for the presentation, you say, what do you think it would look like if I turn your card over face up? And they might say anything, right? I've had a bunch of different responses, but whatever they say, you say, look, it might look something like this. Let's see, maybe this one right here, and you just turn that card, that in-jog, face up. You say, that's not your card, is it? They say no, because their card, of course, is directly above it. So what you do as you guys are talking, you just turn it over with the Larryverse like this, right? And then you say, look, imagine if I did it again, but this time it was your card, all right? So you just hold there for a minute just like before, and you just snap. Say, look, just imagine that I did it. So you spread through it this time again, and their card will be face up in the middle of the deck. And you say, wow, you must have a strong imagination. Alright, so this is called the thumb slide. It first appeared in Card Manipulations by Jean Hugard, and Steve Drawn later refined it, and he calls it the new thumb slide, which appeared in his book, Secrets Drawn from Underground. Anyway, what you're going to do is dribble the card and have a card selected, and then turn it over like this to show it. As you turn it down, you sort of move this hand forward, right? So what you're going to do is jog this about halfway forward on the lower packet like this. So you want to have your index finger curled on top of the top packet, so this thumb can slide that selection out like this. So that just moves back, and then like this, it just pops there on top as you move this upper packet back like this. It's sort of like a reverse bonus turn control. So once again, have the card selected, and it gets a joker. It gets turned over like this. As you move back, apparently to square the cards up, that's when you do the move. This gets placed on top, and you want to have, it's important to have this upper packet flush against this packet like this. It can't be like that, or else it probably won't work. All right, so it has to be flush on top. So that's why the index finger is important to stay on there. All right. So again, you take your thumb, slide it back. That pops on top like this, exposed view, right? And then as you come down, you just square the cards up and like this. And sometimes you'll get a residual, a jogged card, which is nice as a convincer. Put that in, and then the card is on top. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. Welcome to all my new subscribers. I'm glad you're here. Until next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.